remember in 2013, going the very end of 2013, December 19th to be exact, 1920, something like that. It was the day we went to court, but when Auntie and I officially became a team in order to save my mom from going to a nursing home, save my rightful inheritance, which I didn't give a rat's ass about, and save Auntie's ass because they were going to go after her half of the $106,000, okay? From that day forward, Auntie, I thought hell would freeze over before Auntie and I would ever have been talking or whatnot. Of course, she has to explain everything. One of the things she explained to me, which I later got a different story from my mom's 401k rep. So who am I going to believe, Auntie or the person who works for that company? You tell me, I don't know. Anyway, when I was in the shelter, my mom wanted my social security number, said my aunt needed it, and I'm like, I'm not giving my enemy my social security number, period. That's like your life's, I'm not giving my social security number to Auntie, period, okay? Now, Auntie later told me, Laura, they kept contacting me, insisting on, when they switched over something or other, they needed me to put down a beneficiary for your mom's 401k, and they needed your social security number, and I kept putting it up, but finally they were insisting, so I put myself as the beneficiary, because remember, we later changed that, okay? My mom and I together later changed that, but anyway, and Auntie was saying all that crap to me, right? They needed my social, and that's why, and whatever, because she has an excuse for everything, an answer for everything. One of her things, too, was simply, Laura, your mother's money really was never any of your business. No, Auntie, if you were Mother Teresa, my mom's money, my mom's estate, etc., would be none of my business. As her only child, sole heir, and beloved to her daughter, yeah, her estate is my business, and only ignorant people would think anything to the contrary, Auntie, okay? So she said that to me in the car, well, really, Laura, your mom's money was never any of your business. Bullshit. Maybe if you were fucking Mother Teresa, maybe if you were, you know what I mean? Auntie wasn't expected to account for anything. Auntie told my mom to lie to me about, God forbid something had happened to my mom, I would have never known that her half of the that wrongful death settlement was really 53 and not 10. So Auntie's full of fucking shit. Her whole premise is I should just trust her. That's her whole thing. Because I looked at her and I said, well, I said there would be nothing to stop, and she just gave me a look. If I didn't know how much money my mom's, and her other thing was, we signed a non-disclosure agreement, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, if something happened to my mom, I would have never known how much money you really had of hers, and she just gave me a look, like, really, well, you don't trust me? No, not as far as I can throw you, and look what happened recently. Proves I was right all along to not trust you, you fucking deceitful, two-faced bitch. Okay? So I later, when we were changing it to me, it's how it should have been all along, because it was like that for years. I was the beneficiary of my mom's 401k, okay? The only reason it was suddenly Auntie, according to her, is because something switched and they required a social security number. Well, when I was switching it back to me, I said, my aunt said you needed do you need my social security number? My aunt said you needed a social security number. It's like, no, your mom can put anyone as her beneficiary she wants. She doesn't need a social security number, okay? Let's file that away was Auntie telling the truth or what's going on here? Something we'll never know, as in all kinds of other things we'll never know, okay? But he did say it to me, and I'm like, that's interesting. My aunt, my aunt was trying to get my social before, and I just gave him, she said my mom had always had me as the beneficiary, and then when something switched you guys switched companies or whatever, or I don't know what happened, but she said you kept insisting you needed a social to put me as the beneficiary again. He's like, no, we don't need your social. Well, according to Auntie, you did, to her. She's probably just lying. She's the queen of lies, queen of twisting everything around, because he specifically said that to me, and she specifically said, Laura, the only reason I put myself as a beneficiary because nobody was listed, and they insisted they needed your social, and you wouldn't give it to me. All right, Auntie, whatever. This guy says it's a bunch of hooey, and they never needed a social, and you could have put me as the beneficiary again, but you put yourself instead, okay? Who's lying? I don't know, peeps. You tell me. You tell me. she insists that they kept sending her something and she was ignoring it because she didn't want to put herself as a beneficiary. But then she's like, well, someone should be the beneficiary, so I might as well put me since I can't put you because I don't have any social. Again, I can say whatever she wants. I can't prove anything. It's just like when she didn't leave the keys, 2 Thursdays ago. When I confronted her that Tuesday, and I didn't plan on that. If you watched the other video, you know that was not planned. Believe me. The last thing I wanted to do was come down here and confront Auntie. It was the last thing I wanted to do, believe me. I was hiding from her all day long. She comes, I thought it was going to be in and out thing, and hours later it's done. Ridiculous. Just completely disrespectful to me, but whatever. And she knew I had Omar with me, and it's still hours. She doesn't care. It was supposed to be, she wasn't even supposed to come originally. It was supposed to be her son and his friends came to come out, could do it quickly, and instead it turned into a 4-hour thing. Because her son and his helpers didn't even show up till after 2 hours later than she did. And she knew I had Omar. I mean, it didn't matter to her, whatever. As far as she's concerned, I should have just left Omar, yeah. Anyway, the woman down the street understood instantly why I wasn't going to leave Omar. And had I not enlisted her help, if she wasn't around or whatever, Omar and I would have been shivering down the store for hours. Not understanding why it was taking so goddamn long. Anyway. When I was confronting her about, you didn't leave the key. I wasn't told to, yeah. You always want to pass the buck, Auntie. That woman, she knew I needed the key. And originally I was just going to have her text you, but she decided to call you instead because she didn't want you to have her cell phone number. Okay? But she wrote down exactly, and I stressed her repeatedly, make sure you tell her, Auntie wasn't paying attention, that's all. Auntie hadn't even planned to go that day. That's what really gets me. She knew she hadn't planned on going that day. I just didn't read the note. And when she finds out I didn't read the note and didn't know she was planning, she goes, but she doesn't pay attention to what the woman who takes care of Angel is saying, and she doesn't leave the key. Okay? And I wound up having to call the police and sit in the taxi cab, whatever. And of course, I happen to reach her. Normally she's sleeping at that time. Then she's like, well, I said I'd run over there. Yeah, I don't want to come face to face with you. I'd rather not have the key. The whole point is, had you paid attention, you would have known I needed the goddamn keys. But then you don't pay attention, you pass the buck and say you weren't told. Well, guess who I believe? I believe the woman who takes care of Angel, who read back my words to me that included, don't, make sure you leave the key in the same, I don't have the keys, the only keys to the house, okay? So I'm just full of shit. And as for the 401k thing, I don't know. All I know is when I said, well, don't you need my socials? Like, no. I'm like, why'd my aunt tell me that she had to put herself before because something switched over? He's like, I don't know. We don't need your social. Your mom can put anyone she wants and we don't need your social. I'm like, all right. Whatever. Add it to the list, Auntie. Add it to the fucking list. In the end, it didn't matter anyway. I always knew one way or the other. And it's because of my mom's illness. Believe me, if she was in her right frame of mind, if she loves me, if she was in her right frame of mind, if she loves me, the minute I told her, the minute I found out that she could put this house into my name as her disabled kid, and the government could never ever take it, no matter what, ever, for any reason, she would have done it. The mother who loved me, if she wasn't mentally ill, but unfortunately she was getting worse and worse, and again, like Joe says, yeah, he sees right through it. She belongs in a nursing home, you take care of it, you're the healthcare proxy, blah, 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 blah. But the minute my mom did the unthinkable, something I never expected and Auntie never expected, turned on me, Auntie was right there waiting. Joe said in that first email that he sent to me, he's like, your aunt has always wanted you out of the way. Yep. And she finally, after all these goddamn fucking years, got her wish. Well, congratulations, Auntie. Congratulations. But at least you're not getting away with it in secret, because I am telling the whole fucking world. Bye-bye.